I swear that was the turning point, says Ronzone. You saw the best player in the world at the time sacrificing his body for a loose ball. That turned us. Great players can play that way. It's looking in the mirror and saying we have to play that way. Tony Ronzone, who is a longtime international scout and the current player personnel director for the Dallas Mavericks and former Team USA executive, is referring to a memorable performance by Kobe Bryant the year before the Beijing Olympics in '08. He believes that Team USA's gold medal in 2014 against Serbia, along with every other international triumph from the previous 7 years, can be traced back to the first quarter of Group B's final game in the '07 FIBA Americas in Las Vegas. The current national program works harder, prepares better, and seems to care more. But who deserves the most credit for creating this new image when Team USA had struggled for several years in the early 2000s? Let's see what Team USA was up to at the start of the decade. Team USA had dominated international play for some time, with the memorable Dream Team in 1992 and subsequent iterations not needing to go all out simply due to the huge disparity in talent. As non-American teams and players became better though, along with a larger percentage of international players playing in the NBA and then representing their countries in the Olympics, this gap in talent began to shrink. The US was able to narrowly win a couple more gold medals until everything fell apart in 2002. The 2002 team was plagued with bad body language, feuds between Paul Pierce and coach George Karl, Baron Davis not being happy about his role coming off the bench behind Andre Miller. Several of the big men such as Elton Brand, Ben Wallace, Antonio Davis weren't great fits for the international game, which is slightly different than playing in the NBA. It would all amount to 3 shocking losses and a 6th place finish. Yes, you heard me correctly, 6th place. One NBA general manager said there were 12 private limos waiting to get out of town as soon as they lost. When Team USA again failed to capture the gold medal in 2004, with Bryant not attending, Larry Brown, the coach of the '04 team, began to realize that they needed to do more than just put together the best players. This 2004 team featured Allen Iverson, Stephon Marbury, Dwayne Wade, Carlos Boozer, Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, Emeka Okafor, Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire, Tim Duncan, Lamar Odom, and Richard Jefferson. They went on to win the bronze medal, losing 3 games against their opponents, which was the most losses by any US Olympic basketball team, and included the biggest loss in a game in Team USA basketball history when they lost by 19 points to Puerto Rico. Team USA scored only 73 points that game. What's even more disappointing is that they won the bronze medal game by only 8. This was a team with a young LeBron, Wade, Melo, Duncan, and Allen Iverson. In the 2006 FIBA World Championship, USA brought a modified roster that featured Joe Johnson, Kirk Heinrich, LeBron James, Anton Jameson, Shane Battier, Dwayne Wade, Chris Paul, Chris Bosh, Dwight Howard, Brad Miller, Elton Brand, and Carmelo Anthony. How did this team do? 3rd place. As you must have heard, Team USA won the gold medal in '08. Some might be content to just accept that they added Kobe in 2008 and made some other roster changes and that's all that they needed, but there was a deeper change than that. When Kobe Bryant showed up to the training camp in 2007, he acknowledged that he studied a copious amount of carefully selected tape of Barbosa. Leandro Barbosa was the 6th man for the Phoenix Suns in those years, averaging 18 points at his peak and about 15 points per game off the bench in his prime. He was a lightning-quick point guard, getting buckets at the rim by beating his defenders on drives and cuts and hitting shots from long range when he was given the room. He shot 43% from 3 that year. In the tournament up to that point, he was averaging 27 points and more than 9 free throw attempts per game in the first 3 games. Kobe analyzed his statistical tendencies and forfeited any interest in attempting to score on his own. He knew that defense would be more important than scoring, so Kobe relinquished scoring duties to his teammates. This is coming from the best scorer on the planet. He had just won the scoring title back-to-back and was now asking for the challenge of stopping the tournament's leading scorer. Bryant stayed attached to Barbosa all night in what became an iconic defensive performance. Team USA won 113-76 over the previously undefeated Brazil, and the game was highlighted by perhaps one key play midway through the first quarter. Bryant harassed Barbosa into losing control of his dribble and chased after him, ultimately diving on the floor to try to secure the loose ball, which led to a backcourt violation. The entire US team was fired up and everyone became extremely motivated from that point on. Barbosa, who had been averaging 27 points a game on 17 shot attempts, went 1 for 7 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3, and 2 for 4 from the free throw line for a grand total of 4 points. He didn't score even once against Kobe Bryant, with his only field goal coming against Michael Redd. Kobe, on the other hand, scored 20 points on 6 of 9 from the field, making 3 of 6 three-pointers and 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Despite focusing entirely on defense, he ended up 2 points shy of leading Team USA in scoring. Tony Ronzone said Coach K would use that play of Bryant diving for the loose ball, showing a clip of it to remind everyone that it was we, not I. For Bryant, it's about playing defense and he enjoys that challenge. He understands he doesn't need to score 60 points to help us win, so he can use a little more energy on the defensive end than he's done in the past, Jason Kidd said. He loves the challenge, and since the opening tip-off of that first game against Venezuela, he wants to take that best offensive player on the opposing team and make it as tough as possible. Against Barbosa, he did it again. So the next year, when Team USA was preparing for the 2008 Olympics in Beijing, you can be sure inviting Kobe was not a tough decision to make. Team USA has won the gold medal for men's basketball in every Olympics since.